Hey guys, what's up? This is Surge236, and this is another random rant of mine. I don't know if I'm gonna call this random rants or gamer rants or what, but until then, until I decide on a name, it's just going to be this like 30-second intro where I am just spouting random. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. This one's going to be about Sonic the Hedgehog, just the franchise in general, and the first thing that I have to say about this, I want to love it so much, but Sega makes it so difficult. I mean, I loved Sonic when I was little. He was my favorite video game character. The music's always really good. Even in the newer Sonic games, the music's, I mean, it's not as good as the old stuff, but it's still good. I have fun listening to just like the Sonic soundtracks, but they've done so bad with the gameplay and the stories. It's just like, why, Sega? Why? And I don't know. I completely recognize the elements they get wrong too, and I'm kind of wondering how they haven't noticed it. I mean, it's like, first of all, they make the game way too easy. Like, compared to the older games, it's just like child's play now. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one who thinks that, but just every newer Sonic game I've watched or I've played, it's just like, no. But also, they kind of screw up the stories. Like, I've never understood. I guess they get these in the classic Sonic games too, but in the newer ones, I think it's like even more sickeningly sweet. They always end it with some weird, like, makes no sense ending. Like, the rest of the game's always so epic and adventure-y, and it's like, okay, this is action-y, all this stuff. And then at the very end, they do something where it's like, Sonic, use the power of our friendship to defeat the giant monster. And it's like, if friendship was that powerful, everyone would be a freaking demigod. I don't know. It just always ticks me off when they take the easy way out like that. And I don't even know if they're really trying to take the easy way out, or if they really believe that I mean, maybe I'm the only one who completely hates those endings. I doubt it, but maybe I am. But it's just every time they do one of those cutesy endings where it's like they haven't done anything to kind of build it up to it or any of that, they just kind of like BS it. Like, even in the older Sonic games they did it. I know in like Sonic Adventure, the first Sonic Adventure, it's like, don't worry Sonic, I know these Chaos Emeralds are completely useless now, but they still have the positive energy. He just used the negative energy. And the first thing I thought is, so Chaos Emeralds are now batteries? Or are they magnets? I don't understand this. This doesn't make any sense. I mean, maybe if they had like a backstory to it or something, I would be okay with it. But they kind of just like throw it in there for no reason. It feels like they were just like, they made the game, then they made the ending. And it's like, what? I don't know. I can't deal with that. I just can't. I know that, I don't know, there's so much stuff they do right, but there's even more that they do wrong, that I'm always sitting there like, Sega, just throw me a bone, make a good one. I don't know. I don't even get why it's so hard for them now. I mean, the old games were great. I have so much fun playing Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, even Sonic 3D Blast. I mean, that one's kind of like the weird one, but it's still enjoyable. But now they've just like, I don't know. I don't know what has changed, and I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that they don't have like a system anymore. Maybe back when they had a system, they were a bit more, I guess, driven. But now they just kind of like sell the rights to everything, and that's pretty much how Sega stayed afloat for so long. They just keep selling the rights to Sonic because for some weird reason, even though they have botched every Sonic game they've ever made since probably I think Sonic 3D Blast was the last one. Actually, I'll take that back. Sonic Heroes wasn't awful. That one's probably kind of like, there's going to be some people who disagree with me on that, but I didn't think it was awful. But just since then, they've botched everything, and they've just been cruising off of the rights to Sonic. They sell it off, that keeps them afloat, and then they can BS their way through whatever they want. And I don't know. I don't even know why Nintendo bothers putting up with them. Nintendo's the one that's keeping them afloat. I mean, they're the ones who are constantly, they bought Sonic rights for Mario and Sonic at the Winter Games or at the Olympic Games, whatever. They bought the rights to Sonic for Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And I'm always sitting there like, Nintendo, just let them die. I mean, or at the very least, suffocate them a little so that they'll actually create a decent Sonic game. At this point, they have no incentive. That's what I really believe. They have no incentive to create a good one. That or they have no one who's good enough to make a good one. I don't know. I mean, this is probably a bit, I'm being a bit more cruel than I want to be. I do I do like Sega, but they frustrate me. They so much frustrate me. I want so much to love them, but they do everything in their power to make me hate them. And I don't know. I know that Sonic will always have a special place in my heart. I love Sonic so much. That's actually usually the music I'm listening to whenever I'm playing any other game, is the Sonic soundtrack from Sonic Adventure 1, the old music from the Chemical Plant Zone in Sonic 2, because that's my favorite song from a game ever. But I don't know. I don't know. I know that I know that some of the newer characters they've been making have kind of like weirded me out too. It's like, I forget the name of one of them, but they created, like, you know how they created Sonic, who's supposed to be like the good one, they created Shadow, who's supposed to be like his evil counterpart. Now they've created this other one. I don't remember what his name is. I think it's like, maybe it's like Crystal or something, I don't know. But he's like the white hedgehog, and I'm sitting there like, so Sonic is the neutral one? He's the good one, Shadow's the bad one, and Sonic's the neutral one? What is this? I don't understand. And it's just, I mean, I don't know. And maybe I'm even being a little bit too lenient on them anyway. I know that's one thing I'm surprised it took me so long to notice this. Not all of their ideas are exactly original. Like, Super Sonic is like an exact ripoff of Super Saiyan. I don't know which one came out with it first, but I was never a big Dragon Ball Z buff when I was little, and somebody pointed it out to me like a couple years ago, and I was completely stunned by this thought. I was like, I never before noticed this. It's so blindingly obvious in hindsight, but I never before noticed this. And I don't know. And maybe they've never been quite as worthy of their reputation as I like to make them out to be. But I don't know. If anybody from Sega is listening to this, know that all of these negative comments you've brought. I don't want to be cruel and say you brought them upon yourself, but you basically have. I mean, just. You guys have I believe that you have the skill required to create a good Sonic game again. Just do it. Stop throwing out these stupid, pointless ones that no one likes. I mean, you can't even be making that much of a profit on these things. The only people who buy them are people who are like praying that it's going to be decent, and then they're always disappointed. I've heard very few people say, "Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog, the new one, that was my favorite game ever," or that Werewolf Sonic, whatever they call that, Sonic Unleashed, I think. That one was my favorite one. And Sonic and the Black Knight. Who thought up that idea? Sonic and the Black Knight. And actually Sonic Unleashed, too. A werewolf Sonic. I mean, I don't know if they were copying Twilight. I'm assuming they were copying Twilight, but it's like, why? What? So he's a werewolf hedgehog now? What is that? I don't understand this. It's even the Sonic and the Winter Games one. I don't understand how anyone bought that, just because it's such a slap to the face to anyone. I mean, it's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna have it Mario and Sonic are battling each other at the Olympic Games, and you're gonna buy it because we told you to, and it's like, what? No. I don't know. Plus, I never got how that even works. I mean, like, Mario's a fat plumber who can jump. Sonic is a freaking 300-mile-an-hour hedgehog. I mean, maybe not all of the Olympic Games are based on speed, but enough of them are that Sonic should win every single time. Especially since, I mean, the only thing Mario's really got him beaten is the pole vault. And maybe I forget the name of the other one, whatever the one is that you have to, like, jump the farthest. He might beat him in that. But actually, you know what, I think the bigger issue, it wouldn't be, like, the fact that Sonic would be, like, better at him in all the events. It's the fact that it's pretty much each event is set. Like, the ones where you have to, like, throw I don't even remember the names of any of it, but I guess, like, the discus, Mario would have to win in that one. It's like, how would Sonic beat him in that? A foot race, how would Mario beat Sonic in a foot race? That doesn't make any sense. And it's just, like, stuff like that. It seems like each one would be set in stone, and I'm kind of, I don't know. Maybe it's the fact I never actually played the game, and I know that, now that I'm saying that now, it's like, oh, this guy, he's talking about this game like it's awful and he's never played it, but honestly, yeah, I have no intention of playing it. That's, just know that. All of those things I just said about the Olympic Games one is entirely just from, like, passive observations, and it's not actually based on how good the game, maybe the game is good, I don't know, I just, like, the idea itself is enough of an insult to me to just kind of like drive me away. Which honestly, I don't get how that wasn't an issue for most people. I mean, it's like they're putting fictional characters in the Olympic Games. That's not a good idea. At least to me, that seems like an awful, awful idea. But I don't know. I'm kind of going off on it. I guess that's the point of this video, is to go on a rant, but I feel like this one's kind of gone into territory where I don't even know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to end it here while I still have a semblance of, I guess logic left. Although I think a lot of the logic just went out the window probably 3 minutes ago. I don't know. This video's 11 minutes long now? I think, yeah, about 3 minutes ago all logic went out the window. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If not, post a positive or a negative comment. And if you got any ideas of how I can make these videos better, again, put it in the comments. I'm going to do everything in my power to read all the comments. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to keep up with that. I don't know how many people are actually going to comment, so I'm not going to say I am going to keep up. I know that I will be extremely excited over any comments, even the troll ones. I'll just be like, yay, someone actually watched, and somebody watched it and cared enough to post a comment. Victory for me. Even if it's a troll, it's victory for me. But anyway, yeah, I'm ranting about a rant, and I'm ranting about, yeah, I need to shut up now. I'm going to shut up now. I'm sorry, the last 2 minutes have been completely pointless. So, later y'all, hope you have a good week, and like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I think I already said it, I just said it. Later.